and give them a talk, I tried to tell them, justify their situation. I said, look, you are much better off as compared to the students in the CTSA, the Central Tibetan Students Administration run schools, where there is so much Shewang Tamdi, you have to depend on the Indian teachers, Indian administrations a lot. I tell them, you get everything here. So if we, the Tibetans, are capable of producing something great, specialists in different ways, it is from your school, it is from this school that we have to expect. Now similarly, if I go to the CTSA, if I go to CTSA schools, I said, look at children in Tibet. So look at them, they have no education facilities, but you get everything here. So if we have to have something really in future leadership in the right way, it has to come from your school. So now in the similar way, in a similar pattern, I would like to say here, now as compared to the TCB and CTS schools in India and then live along the children in Tibet, our children here in the United States, we get every opportunity. So we have to really work hard and, well, I don't know how far it's true, but in the Jewish community, they say that if in a family there's no doctor, no person with a doctorate level, or the children, among the children, there's no doctor, medical or otherwise, that parents feel ashamed of. But in fact, in other words, there are so many, they produce in this kind of people with the caliber. So here, when we have so much facilities, such a wonderful opportunities, we really have to make best of what all these opportunities here. And while saying this, I also understand, when we look at our own children also, there are conflicting values. They are pulled in. Sometimes the Tibetan traditional value at home or your community, which always says you have to be a good person, good human being, and then they go out into the school or in other mainstream thing, they wear this emphasis on being on the top, being very successful. So there's a conflict between the two. But then you have to maintain a sort of balance. One stress too much on your head and one stress too much on your heart. Right? So, but then while striking that balance, we always have to remember that the Tibetans right now have a very special place that I can see when I live. I work in a little shop in my little shop. I get a lot of people, customers. They say, "Are you from Tibet?" And when I say yes, some say, "Where are you from?" And I say, "I'm from Tibet." And they say, "Wow." First of all, I thought, what does that mean? Honestly, I thought, do they think that Tibetans are from another planet, or do they think that I don't know. I took it a little differently in the beginning, and I thought maybe, and I should find out from anyone who said it better. And it so happened that one time there was a couple from Brazil, and again they said the same thing. Wow. And I said, I'm Tibetan. I said, wow. And then I said, excuse me, why do you say that? Why you are surprised? And he said, he had heard, they have heard a lot of positive things about Tibet. A lot of positive things, like they are wonderful people, very warm, and then also with the spiritual power and mystical, and like land of Shangri-La. Very honest. Then I said, well, all Tibetans are not like that. Yeah. So what does that mean is, I think these are all due to a lot of, a lot of the literary works. Maybe some have lost some time, like long time back, but then later on, by His Holiness, so frequent visits, and then a lot of Buddhist centers around. So I think this has given a very good positive stereotype. It's created a positive stereotype about Tibet right now. And then also the support, political, not in the scale that we really wanted, but support that are coming, they are genuine support. So like by recognizing His Holiness, it's a great accomplishment in different ways, like United States, like Nobel Peace Prize, like different countries. I consider as slapping China by, the other way, like the right backhand. Although we want them to slap China in the face, right? But this might happen. We might have to wait a little bit. It may happen. If the situation ridiculous, I don't know when, but then they can, slap China in the face rather than hitting like this. Right now, these activities, now the recent, there are a lot of things that are coming up in the newspaper, like the Wisconsin thing and all sort of things, slap at the China. But this way, not directly. People wanted them to hit directly on the China's face, right? So what I'm trying to say is, this is a sort of stereotype that's built in the mind of the people in the world for the Tibetans. And this, to a large extent, has come from the Buddhist culture, the Buddhist the teachings, the Buddhist values that the Tibetans have tried to embody for a long time. So coming back to what I was trying to tell the younger people, younger kids here is, you have to, while striking a balance between these two, you always remember this is the special position that you have in the heart of people due to these reasons. I think you would not like to lose them. This is and then when you also look at the situation here, in fact, now in America, I became more Buddhist by being here, after coming to the United States. Then I was in India. Because when you see the things around here, you thought when you were in India, you thought a lot of things about the United States. Of course, it is a great country. But then, you try to take the deeper meaning of everything, and you really think, well, so now what I'm trying to say is, the Tibetan values are really, it's not a self-aggrandizing, but there's really something we all have to cherish. And then let me lastly word our young friends one thing. You guys are educated here in the United States, and sometimes due to the lack of community support system, people tend to believe there's a conflict between the younger kids and the families. The families are only the support systems that we have. So the parents, a lot of kids, they think, they know everything. They know, a lot about technology, computer, all this. And parents do not know anything. So sometimes you try to look down upon the parents also, because you think they know more than that. Why I'm saying this happened when I was in Minnesota. We had a sort of camping of 5-6 families together. And then while we were in the camp, we were playing cards. One of the father of the family was not educated in the English style, but he knows Tibetan. He's very good in Buddhist studies. So his daughter, she doesn't want him to be we're playing together. I think we're playing cards maybe, and she wanted to distract him, and she said that she wanted to know something about singer. And he said the name of that singer. He said, "Do you know the singer?" And he said, "No, I don't know the singer. The name." Then there was another name. I think it was a sort of a rapper. She knows, and he doesn't know. Oh. Then she tried to really what a guy you are, you and dad, you don't know anything of this. So that time